Hey Artsies, welcome to week 10 of Quarantine Art. We are on an evaluation check-in week. Last week was your last big week of an art challenge today. And this week we're going to dive into doing another evaluation check-in. Now you did one of those back in week 5, so I'm going to try to be pretty quick with this. You'll notice that the slide deck is pretty much the same. We're going to dig into the evaluation check-in itself because this is where the marks come from, to make sure that you know what's up. And then we'll get right to it. Okay, so let's dive in. So for this, it is how might you show your best possible work from our last 4 challenges. Now the last 4 challenges is from week 6 to week 9. Okay, so this is since the last evaluation check-in for the last 4 weeks. That's where you're looking to pull your best examples from, because you've already done your best examples from the first 4 weeks. So you're going to provide photos and links and evidence of each stage of that creative process, and you're looking for your strongest examples of the various look-fors. All right, so what you want to make sure is you look for the turn-in docs for weeks 6 to 9. Make sure that you've turned them in, that you've done the work. The feedback that maybe I gave you, have you acted on that feedback? You want to think about those times that you emailed me, asked me for some advice. When did you do that, and when did you act on that? Because those are really good examples. Look at the evaluation check-in doc, and we are going to be digging into that in a second. Make sure you fully completed this doc. This is really important. This is where I'm generating your marks. The week to week aren't graded, but this is when you're putting your best foot forward in terms of you selecting your best examples, your best work for it. So it's really important that you're doing that. So how are you going to show your best work? Which week shows your best brainstorming? Which one did you get feedback on that kind of changed the direction of your work? That kind of thing. And just like last time, there's an opportunity for a level up. If you did one, it didn't work out really well, or you were super busy and just kind of did a quick rush job of a particular week and you wanted a chance to redo it, this is an also opportunity for that. The look-fors are the same as last time. So your best example of sketchbook brainstorming, your best example of practice drawing, best example of experimentation, most creative interpretation, getting feedback from a teacher or a peer, weekly challenge that you invested the most time into, reflected on your process for next time, and a final product that you're most proud of. Okay? In terms of the leveling up, a time that you started on something but you wanted to add more detail or imaginative elements, or something where you just didn't get a chance you had it but you didn't get a chance to add a setting or shading or things like that, and some other ideas there. All right, the same as last time. It gives you the opportunity to level up, and then you're going to fill in the evaluation check-in doc. So this is your work for the week. There is no new challenge this week. Just like last time, all the peach ones are the ones that you fill in. The gray boxes are the ones that I fill in. Okay, so it's kind of like your template. You're like, oh, it's peach. That means I got to put something here. Okay, so the one additional change is a digital portfolio. What I would like you to do is to create one album that contains all the images that you want me to look at for these look-fors. You can still put a photo where you can copy and paste the photo directly into these boxes. So these boxes expand to the photos, just like you've been doing in the turn-in doc. But if you can collect them all into one Google Photos album, that would be great. So if you go to that photo on Google Photos and go, ooh, this is my strongest sketchbook brainstorming, click add to an album, and it can be in more than one album. So you can add it to another album and add it to your portfolio album, and then give me a shareable link there. Okay, so remember to create a link to share it and put it in here. So I want you to, in these look-fors, your best example of sketchbook brainstorming, copy paste, put an image right into here, and then tell me what week was it, what was your reflection on it, give me some context, and what week was it from, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Okay, so this information is really important for you and your marks. Okay, because I want to see that you're thinking about which one is your best sketchbook brainstorming and so on. Okay, there's one other thing on the second page of the turn-in doc that will be slightly different. I'm going to be looking here that you've completed the work for each week. And here, and this, notice that includes 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the chance. Fill this in only if there was a challenge that you submitted quite late, or you resubmitted and I haven't looked at it, or things like that. So if I want you to mark it with an X only the weeks you want me to look at. Say you did week 6, but you did it a couple weeks late, and you're like, Matt never saw it, or never returned it, or I want him to check it because I did the work, or I just did the work last week, even though it was for 3 weeks ago, but I got it done, so I want him to see it. This is where you're going to put an X in this box to point to me, like, go look at this week. Okay. Again, the level up option is always here. So if there was one that you did but didn't go so well, you can go, here was my first version and here's my second version on that. Okay. Getting Jiggy with June also continues this week. This is a total optional, fun kind of sketchbook challenge. If you would like to continue going through the next week of prompts for that, you are most welcome to do that. Other than that, that's about it for this week. Okay, you'll notice when you get this back that you will get a final course mark back. So I'm going to be looking at your whole quarantine art plus some of the stuff from before March 13th, and you will get a final course mark based on that. And so hopefully that'll be helpful for you too. All right, so good luck this week. Let me know. As always, reach out with questions. If you want feedback on it so far, you want to show it to me, all those good things, just let me know. All right, good luck.